morning, everyone. Today, joining me is CreepsSpaghett. I'm assuming that's how I pronounce it, because English... I was going to say, English is totally my first language. I still can't read it. But that didn't go through. Just 1 second. Hold on. They're not hearing it. Just 1 second. Just means... That's probably it. There we go. Found it. There we go. Now they can hear you.
Oh, that's good.
It keeps going to default when default doesn't actually work for whatever reason.
It's fine, no worries.
So, good morning, Derringer. Good morning, Dylan. And good morning, Raven. And apparently, Raven owes Derringer money. According to the chat.
He probably hid it somewhere.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like in a nest somewhere, shiny.
How much does that Raven guy owe you? Probably $1 million, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, totally.
I'll get it from him. He's dead.
He's dead. I'll get it for him.
We are one.
I don't know
Sounds
why.
like a cult. Sounds like a cult here.
I never know why, but when people don't live in the States, it always flabbergasts me. I've met a few people that I swore were Americans, and then I'm like, oh, never mind, you're not American. Never mind. Oh, I just assume everyone's American until they tell me otherwise.
Yeah. When people ask me, like, where I'm from, mostly I'm saying that I'm from Israel because I am, and people are asking me why I have this kind of accent, and I guess I've been watching too much movies. Too much, or listening to some creepypasta narrations, or listening to stories, or just learning. So that helps me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Seraphine has a very unique accent as well, and he lives in Texas. But he's got the, like, you know, it's not even one you can place. It's this hybrid. So.
Well, that's good that people have good accents. Well, fortunately, some of them live in bad places. Unfortunately,
Texas.
I've heard a lot. I have heard a lot recently about Texas, but yeah, I mean, I think they'll be fine then. I don't know.
Texas can be a little backwards.
Yeah. Good morning, Cafe 22, 42, and CreepsSpaghett. Good morning. Good morning, Raven. I'm doing fine. In the afternoon in my place, or evening, with me.
And good morning, King of Canadian Hill. It is 10 a.m. for him.
Not gonna lie, I actually had dreams about being in Canada. Sounds like a good place.
It is. It's got upsides. It's got downsides. I mean, every country's got that. There's been some stuff coming out of the woodwork recently, so kind of disenchanted with my country right now.
My country also has its backwards, especially recently, with the whole Palestine-Israeli conflict.
Yeah. I won't lie, I try not to keep too involved with keeping track of everything. The only reason I'm paying attention to the Canadian stuff is because it does affect actual people that are, like, in my actual, like, physically in my life. So.
Yeah, I get you, meaning. My country is America.
America! Yeah, last night I streamed with my husband, Dead Island, and I kept making jokes like, this is on the wrong side. I'm from America. It should be on the other side, because the cars there have their steering wheel on the right side instead of the left, so it's weird. Every once in a while, I'll go to the wrong side of the car, going, wait a minute. This isn't how you drive.
Now we should make a petition saying, change the name America to America.
America. With no A, just drop the A.
42 making fun of us Americans.
Hey.
Eureka.
Hey, I married an American. I'm allowed to make fun of you guys as much as I want. It was somewhere in that contract I signed.
The United States of America.
United States of America. And then Canada will just throw an extra A on their on Canada. And yeah, that's where the A will go. So it'll be Canada A. It doesn't work that way. It totally works that way, Derringer. I married an American. I get to make funny guys as much as I want.
I'm making fun of my country as well, like mostly when we have this conflict, a friend of mine showed me like this meme about the whole conflict, and then we're always saying like, it's 3 a.m, and then there's the meme of Patrick says, oh boy, 3 a.m, well, because of the whole bombing things.
Oof.
Yeah. Mostly we on the side of the fact that we know that our country has some wrongdoing in the whole situation, so we're mostly joking about our country and what they're doing.
I always have this strong I always have the strong rule of, no matter how bad something is, you need to joke about it sooner or later. Because
yeah.
If you don't, the wounds will never heal. As long as the wounds can heal. Some things that have happened in our world, the wounds really can't heal properly. Which is sad.
Canada. Canadian. That's the chemical compound of maple.
How do you know what our chemical compound is? Who told them? That's supposed to be a state secret.
He exposed all of you.
We actually, in Canada, have a stockpile of maple syrup. And it got stolen once.
Humor is my coping mechanism, honestly.
Yeah, it's most people's. It helps a lot, actually, to just joke about things.
Mostly mine is either scary stories, pizza. So about that. So like pizza, creepypastas or scary stories, or in short, anything that makes me laugh. In short.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of stuff that it's just like, they'll be giving you like bad news and stuff, and then they'll make jokes about it. It's like, okay, like one of my favorite things to watch is Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, and he is goddamn hilarious. I mean, he's made mistakes. He's had like improper information and stuff, and he's admitted that and stuff. Like, you're gonna have wrong information, but for the most part, he just makes jokes out of things, but he does inform you of what's actually going on. Like, you know, this is what's happening, and then joke, 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 and then this is what's actually happening, you know. I find a spoonful of sugar makes the horror go down.
I mean, using jokes and bringing the news together, it's a good thing.
Yeah, no, and you also got to keep your audience engaged that way too. If you are just hearing fact over fact over fact, sooner or later your brain just checks out because it's like, I can't take any more of this. Well, even though you're getting fact after fact, but if a joke is thrown in there where you can get kind of a bereavement of relief, it helps. And then I know a lot of people's coping mechanisms are jokes. Like, that's how they get over some of the bad stuff that's happened to them or the bad news they're giving people. So,
I mean, if it's okay to talk about it, like a few months ago, I had a lot of events that caused me a lot of tragedy in the family, especially my father's passing.
oof.
That was the most thing that got me the most. So every time since that day, I've listened to some music he listened to rock, to pop, Scorpions, Bon Jovi, or again some scary stories. That slowly helped me to cope with how I felt.
Yeah,
And on top of
sorry.
yeah, now it's been like a lot of months, like nearly 8 months now, and now I'm feeling a little much better than before. Like, still having worries, yes, but I mean, hey, who doesn't have these worries?
You're not wrong. Are you taking on vacation again?
No.
Sorry, my husband snuck in to grab his phone. He forgot his phone.
Looks like both of us have some, like, first my mother, then your husband. Like, we're in the middle of something.
No, he was silent. I'm the one who talked to him. He could have got in and out without me really noticing. I won't, if I didn't want to make a joke with him.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, no. He's really good. He knows that I do all these live streams and stuff, and so he's really good at, like, leaving me alone for the most part. Unless Doggo wants in here, and then he'll let Doggo in. She's clingy.
Yeah, I wish I had these moments that I have silence for once in my life.
That's the nice thing about being a full-grown adult living on your own. Downsides, I gotta pay all the goddamn bills. I do have roommates, though. So.
He says, yell at him.
I did yell at him.
Darren just says, yell at him.
I did yell at him, though. I yelled, take me on another vacation. He said no. We're playing Dead Island. We streamed it last night because so I guess I can finally officially tell about it. So last weekend on Saturday, a truck hit my house.
Oh shit.
House is fine. There's a little bit of damage. They broke a window, and that's it. Like, the side of the house is fine. They didn't go through. But because of that, Sunday became a wash, and Sunday is my big recording day, and I wasn't able to record, so I stopped. I was like, okay, I won't be able to do anything this weekend, guys, or this week, because something came up, and so I live streamed with my husband playing Dead Island last night, and that was actually really fun, just joking around and playing and killing zombies and pretending that he took me on vacation. This is where he took me. Even though he's playing a female and I'm playing a male.
The irony.
Well, I wanted to play the thrower. The thrower's a male, and he wanted to play the gun specialist, and that's a female. So
everyone has its uniques.
Yeah, I played the knife specialist quite a few times. She's quite fun, but I noticed that I was throwing her knives a lot, so I'm just gonna go with the thrower. Yeah, that was my weekend last weekend. It was not fun.
Well, my weekend was fine at first. Like as usual, I went with my family. We ate pizza. Then Sunday came, everything went fine. Then Monday came. Like Monday was one of the greatest days because we ate pizza and also then we went to a movie.
Oh.
But then Tuesday came and Saturday fucked us all up because apparently the pizza we ate was poisoned or some shit.
The pizza was?
Like, it appears that the pizza wasn't rotten or something, but more like we ate it and it was a bad choice to do.
You got food poisoning. Something was wrong about the pizza. That sucks.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, like headaches, like the basic things that happen when you eat food and then you get poisoned.
Yeah. Normally that's you would get food poisoning for pizza crepes.
Hey, my pizza would never cheat on me. It was the pizzeria. They want to poison me.
They must have used ingredients that were going bad or undercooked something. There's a bunch of things that can lead to food poisoning. Cross-contamination.
I mean, I had the idea maybe to sue them or maybe at least threaten them, but I want to give it some time to see what happens. If it will continue, I will do something about it.
Oh, food poisoning! If it's really really bad, it can kill you.
Fun fact: he will still have pizza this upcoming week. He's right, you know.
I thought you were saying that, and I didn't realize I'm a little smidge behind on the live chat. It's like 1 or 2 second delay because I'm on actual. Yeah, probably faster here, but so I thought you were saying the same thing, and the Raven's thing popped up, and I was like, "Oh my god, did he say it?" And then Raven said it.
Yeah, it's fine. Like. Because the pizza we ordered was from a different pizzeria. Fair. Pizza I'm mostly eating at is the best. But they decided to do it from another pizzeria, so I'm like... Maybe I'll just eat it, but then... the fucking pizza bitch decided to ruin my stomach, so that's what happened.
Yeah, I noticed that whenever I eat something that did not agree with my stomach, it takes so long for my stomach to get back to normal. I've become more careful with what I eat. But the older I get, the more my body fails me.
I mean, I do have like an idea of a horror story for this, because imagine you enjoying your pizzeria, but then you realize that the one of the pizzeria workers decided to poison you because you're apparently dating this girlfriend or some shit.
That would be a good story, yeah.
Yeah, either love story shit or maybe the pizzeria is made of fucking human meat.
Yeah, that would, like, again, just you get poisoned and then you find out why at the end, like, yeah, well, you were dating my girlfriend, or...
Yeah. Cribs is passionate about pizza and we love it for that.
And hello, MCT. Yeah, I was actually going to ask you why you had pizza in your head or your avatar, but now I understand.
Oh yeah, like... Again, because in the profile picture I had a while ago, I decided to take a photo with pizza because I remember a friend of mine drew me with pizza, so maybe I was like, maybe I'll do the same thing with pizza in real life, so I did what I did.
With me, it would be sushi. I love sushi. I could eat sushi for every meal and be happy.
I tried to eat sushi at the prom, and that was a disaster. That was a disaster because I didn't have a date, but I went with this girl. We wanted to take a photo with each other, and then she asked me if I love sushi, which I told her no. And then she told me she wanted me to go with her to eat sushi. I tried, took some teriyaki sauce
Mm-hmm.
and one sushi thingy. I don't know. I tried. It was okay. But then
Probably
the disaster.
soy sauce on teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, but then the disaster came when it fell on my shirt.
Mhm.
Yeah, in front of her.
You probably put too much soy sauce on it.
Yeah.
You're only supposed to put a very little amount of soy sauce on the rolls.
I mean, I love too much soy sauce on schnitzel, but yeah.
Yeah, there's an art to it, and whenever I take someone new, I pick very specific things for them to try, because if they don't like those, they're never going to like the rest of it. That's my rule. So I always like a California roll, because it's got avocado, cucumber, fake crab, wrapped in rice. And normally, unless, of course, there's one thing in there that you don't like, but it's normally like the go-to, like, here, try this. If you don't like this, and it's not because of the vegetables in it, then you're never gonna like sushi, because this is the easiest to like. The rest of it gets weirder from here.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the white thing, like the circle one, a white one.
That's all of them.
Yeah. So
It's all good.
after that happened, I looked at her, but then I was like, I'll be right back. And then she didn't notice that. But then I ran like a gazelle to the bathroom and then cleaned myself in, and then I went back to the prom to see what's happening.
I left early.
Honestly,
For my prom, I left early. It wasn't that fun.
you left like just dancing and talking and shit.
No one was dancing. There was a bunch of like, it wasn't like, due to the fact that it was my graduation class wasn't that big. Like, there was no one dancing. I've always been more of a day person than a night person. And it was getting late, and I'm like, I just want to go home. I'm all done with people. I don't want to do, like, because we had our prom, we went to another town and had dinner at this really nice restaurant, and there was a dance there, and everyone danced there, and then we got back to school, and no one was dancing, no one was really doing anything, and I'm just looking around going, it's 11 o'clock, midnight, I'm bored and done. I'm just gonna go home.
Like, the prom for me started around 8 p.m. And I had to fight a lot for it to get to the prom because I had to buy a new suit because the old suit was in the attic, so I had to fight to get a new jacket and more. And then I had to find a friend to go with because I was technically the only one from my class to go to the prom because none of them wanted to.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately. Yeah. So I went there with a friend, and I have seen many boys, girls complimented their dresses and suits, seen some of them with dates, and I was like, my sisters told me that I look great. But then again, how I can find a girl to date with for the fucking prom? But hey, I was like, you know what? Just end with it. Go to the pizza and go to make the oration and just end with it.
See, I took my ex. That was fun. Because I had asked him to the prom before we broke up. And I didn't go back on it because rules. He'd also paid to go to the prom already and had already ordered a suit. I wasn't not going to take him. No matter what, that was rude. To get him to take all the stuff, because he was a year younger than me, so it wasn't like he was supposed to go to prom anyways. So he paid to go, and then to not take him and stuff would have just been absolute bullshit. So yeah,
I was too fat and I was too fat and ugly to go to prom. Oh, don't say that on you. I maybe never saw you, but I think you look great, Deringer. And Raven, I bet that if you were in prom, they would be terrified because you are a Raven.
just at the door. Nevermore. Nevermore.
But then, yeah, like after the prom, I went to pizza and slowly worked back on the narration with Raven. Like, fun fact, the narration I did a week or so was the narration that I was supposed to do this early year, but due to the events, I decided to take a break from YouTube. So I kept the narration of the side of Raven just in case, if I'll able to do it. So I did, used the narration Raven did, and went perfectly great.
That's good.
Yeah, honestly, I'm very happy to see that my friends, you, Raven, anyone that I know, even MCT, are doing well on YouTube, growing up, and that what made me happier. Like, sure, I maybe wasn't online that much, but hey, at least I'm seeing all of you doing well. That was making me more happier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched one of my really close friends skyrocket out of nowhere, and I'm just staring. I'm going, jerk. Give me those numbers. He's so close to 1,000 now. Apparently, no one went to prom.
That's the sad thing. We both went to prom, but that we just went 1 hour or so, and you know what? Let's just go home.
Yeah, well, I wanted to go because I knew that if I didn't, I'd be upset at myself. That's the honest truth. I knew that I was you only get one chance to go, and then most likely it won't be all that fun, but at least you'll have memories of going to your graduation. It was the only prom I ever went to because I didn't have. They had if you went to a different school in grade 10, you got a prom because you graduate from that school to go to a different school. It was weird. So I never got. So I went to prom, and yeah, it was fun. I got to hang out with friends. I've got a picture with 2 guys around my arms, which is kind of nice. And then a friend of mine has a picture of 2 guys around her arm. You know, every girl's dream. But a lot of people went stag for my prom. A lot of people. They just wanted to go to have some fun.
I didn't go. Raven says I didn't go because I was unwilling to pay money to be in school after hours. Well, at least you didn't pay. It in our prom it was 200 shekels, 200, and that's how we managed to get in.
Yeah, ours was you had to do so much volunteer work to help raise the money, and then you had to pay. As long as you did that, you only had to pay 200. If you didn't do that, you had to pay 500. That was the deal. And Silver said he went. Probably took his wife. Because they've been together since high school.
Aw, that's so sweet.
His
well,
wife.
that's a yeah.
Well, that's wife, not wife. Sorry. They've been together forever, but they're not actually married, which is fine. It's still his significant other.
I mean, that's a true love story from high school, I guess, because, wait, I did take my wife. She hated it.
That is fair. I haven't met her, but I know a little bit about her personality. That does seem like not something she would enjoy. I'm actually surprised if Silver enjoyed it.
Wait, what? I had a friend who went to prom alone and took photos with a bunch of girls. That told everyone next day they took 10 girls to prom. Wow. He's a fiasco then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have got bitch slapped if he took 10 girls to prom.
Yeah, most likely will be lynched to death by girls.
What do you mean you took 10 of us to prom? Whack, 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 whack.
A limo drove my friend to the prom and then to the house party. I stayed in the limo and did drugs.
Oh my god, King.
Okay, he had the best fun then than most of us.
I mean, Kimmy's pretty awesome. I think I'll keep her, lol. I was slightly more outgoing back then. I would hate it now. Okay, that makes sense. I just went because I wanted to make sure I went. And that way I couldn't be mad at myself. Because I know for a fact, I'd be looking back going like, why didn't I go to my prom? I would have had so much fun. And now I've been to it, it's like, why did I go to my prom? It was so lame. But, I mean, that dress that I wore was pretty nice. I got a really cheap dress, but it looked really good. I loved it. I wish I could still fit it.
Well, the funny fact is that there's a chance I might go to prom again. But because my friends decided to go to the prom of next year because they didn't want to go this year because they believe that they finish next year. So I was like, maybe it would be nice to go to do it twice.
It wouldn't be the first person. I almost did go twice, but I decided against it. I didn't want to do it again. But I probably would have had more fun with that one because, like, my best friend now actually went to that prom, and we probably would have had a shit ton of fun with each other. But I didn't want to pay the $200 again and do all the volunteer work again. I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, it's best not to.
Yeah, so I have my one prom with my ex, and I had friends there, and it was fun. It was fun in its own way.
At least you had what you had.
Exactly. I've got the picture for memory keeping. Hello, Infinite. Psychosis. His psychosis will never end.
Huh. So you're joining the MCT and Lady Spokaria's collabs too?
Yeah, I actually have the audio done for Lady Spucaria. I just gotta send it to her. It's actually a collab with me and Rando. He wrote something and we narrated together, so we're gonna send it.
Well, mine's basically like from my No Sleep Story author.
Mm.
And
I said, no, sorry.
So it's fine. So it's about, in short, about a man who checks up his wife and wonders why the hell she's always praying. So I had to make sure that the narration will fit the story. I mean, the story will fit the narration well, or the right time, the length of it. And there were times I had to talk fast. There were times I had to talk fast, so it will fit the length itself. So now I'm fixing some part where I hear some little echo. But overall it sounds fine. I think it will go well, and maybe I won't add it. Maybe I'll add music or not. But
no, don't. She's gonna add the music.
Oh, she's adding the music.
Yeah, she said I talked to her because Rando won music on the back of his, and I was like, oh, let me go talk to her, and yeah, she's gonna add the music herself. So don't worry about the music.
Okay, then I'll finish the editing and then I'll send it right away.
Yeah, Rando, I've totally sent that audio already, like I promised. Look, it's been a weird week, okay? He did his parts, then I did mine. I edited them together, and then I sent it to him to make sure, which is a good thing because there actually, when I was editing, it made a mistake, and I had made it so it's an interview that we're doing so I'm the doctor and I'm interviewing him, and there's a couple times where he interrupts me, so I have to make that audio go over top of it. So you have to do a double audio thing. And for some reason, it took the double audio from later on and put it in the front. And I was just like, that's not where that's supposed to be. Hold on. Okay, it's fixed.
Sounds a good story.
Yeah, I'm really happy I sent it to him and double checked, because I would have been mortified, because it was also longer than the part was supposed to be there, so he actually talked over me again. Because the first time he's supposed to talk over me, the second time he's not supposed to. So, yeah, so that got fixed. So I'm really happy I sent it to him. And then he's talking about... Look, double audio is a weird way of saying tracks. Look, I never said I was very professional at my own job. Fine.
I do actually also plan about maybe collabing with more YouTubers or make collabs than usual, but it takes time. But also wanna work with other YouTubers about the series I'm planning lately about the true crime one.
Ooh.
Because I'm not really good with scripts. Like, sure, I do write stuff, but I'm not good with scripts. But I do believe that if there are people who can work with me about it, then I'll be happy to. And I wish I could pay, but maybe not. But at least for fun.
Yeah, you'd find someone who's willing to do it for free. There'll be some kind of payment. It just might not be financial.
Maybe like a payment is a shout out, like credits or something that worth something.
Yeah, exactly. That's something you work out with them on what they're willing to take as in quotes payment.
Yeah.
Hey, woo woo.
Sorry to interrupt, but apparently our dog was just fronting on a squirrel, which was immediately fronting back, sitting on the telephone pole out there.
Lily was fronting on a squirrel.
What happened?
So my dog was fronting on a squirrel, and the squirrel was fronting back at my dog on a telephone pole.
From like 20 feet in the air.
Oh God!
So,
the poor squirrel.
it's fine. My dog probably wouldn't even hurt it.
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally, yeah. She loves chasing birds too. So, Raven, be careful. My dog's gonna chase you if you ever come here.
Yeah, if she see you.
She never caught one.
That's because she's not fast enough.
It's fine. Raven will just, will sit on a door frame saying, never more, never more. Sorry.
He will hide. That's what's important.
He's perched on the back of my sofa looking at my dog.
He said that I don't know if you guys heard that, but he can picture Raven on the back of my husband's chair, staring at my dog going, no.
Sounds like an anime movie.
It really does. My dog's pathetic.
Like Raven on the top of the chair, and the dog is like two black screens in front of the eyes of the dog, looking at Raven, and then becoming a ninja or something. Y'all are playing on the Raven as a bird angle heavily today.
Yes, we are.
Raven.
We are playing heavy into you being a bird today, Raven.
Yeah, because Raven,
Science can work wonders, man.
you are a bird.
What did you say, sorry?
Eventually, science can work wonders, man.
Eventually, science can work wonders. Wow. I mean, have you ever been on an airplane? Because you've been a bird at some point because you flew.
Yeah. Maybe he did.
I don't know. I don't even know if that boy's ever... Actually, never mind. I know he's left Kansas a few times.
I have been on the airplane, and I hated it. He hated it.
Actually, I've been on like, the first time I went on an airplane when I was like 7 or 8, and that was pretty fun. And then as I got older, I would have to go to another province a few times, so I'd get on an airplane for that, and that was kind of fun. I mean, I'm scared of heights, but I mean, if the airplane falls, I mean, I've got more than one. I got more than one problem there. Oh my
The last time I was on an airplane was in 2017. Went to Bulgaria with my family. Like, we went to Hordes and then Bulgaria. Yeah, I'll miss Bulgaria mostly because Bulgaria had quite good places to see, but I hated the beach. Yeah, I hate to go to the beach.
The beach, you mean?
Yeah.
Because you're saying bitch.
Yeah, it's a big problem with me saying like the 2 words of that. I'll just say the ocean. I hate to go to the ocean.
That's fair. It was like, I hated the bitch. I'm like, wait, there was a woman there? Yeah, I really hate going to the bitch. I'm like, beach. He means beach. Okay, that makes sense.
Beach. Okay, beach.
Which, you know, now that I think about it, kind of does sound close to bitch.
I mean, it sounds like it. My first time on an airplane was a direct 4.5-hour flight to San Francisco.
Love lying on the beach. LOL.
What have I done?
Well, King, that tracks with how much I know about you.
So, how did you went to start narrating on your channel?
Well, I kind of was at work one day realizing I absolutely was done. I didn't want to be here anymore. I wasn't doing anything for myself. I'm like, well, you know what? I've got kind of a speech impediment that I hate, and I'm not doing anything creative anymore. So I decided to create a YouTube channel. And it's helped, actually. My speech impediment is way better than it used to be. I would be stumbling over my words before I started this. Really badly. Like, it was bad.
Like at the beginning of my channel, actually, I began nearly August 2014, but that's when I began my regular accounts like Facebook and shit. And 2015, I decided to become to become a YouTube gamer, and I call myself, oh my god, Slender the Gamer.
Oh my god.
That was my actual name before CreepsSpaghett.
Yeah,
and
that what got you stuck in the times.
Yeah, and I tried maybe making videos about me recording myself playing Slender, DA Pages, Minecraft, to try something at least. And I decided to do an avatar based on someone's character, but that all went wrong. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll scrap all of this shit and not post for a while. Then I decided to maybe narrate in Hebrew, my native language, because I think that maybe it might work. But then YouTube sent me a copyright claim, or the very least claim on one of my videos.
Really?
Yeah, because stupidly enough, I downloaded some videos of iPhone 7 and I made my very own fucking top 5 iPhone concept shit. And foolishly enough, it actually gave me a copyright, so
even though you were using fair use because you were making something out of it.
I was like, I think 14, 15 at the time, so I didn't know much about making video, like about doing that type of videos. So I removed basically everything I had and changed everything. But then in 2019, I did some live videos on Instagram where Pumpkin Queen saw one of them and told me about maybe I should make my own channel. Even though I did, I decided maybe to try to return back, maybe to do something with my channel. And so I did. I redesigned completely my whole channel from Slender the Gamer to CreepsSpaghett, because I told myself maybe, sure, the name Creeps, maybe it has a lot of YouTubers, but Spaghett, yeah, instead of spaghetti, maybe spaghetti, because that sounds much, I think, better. Yeah, but then after that, people thought maybe I used the name from other people, or the joke where someone touched my spaghetti. Which yes, I kind of did use that spaghetti meme, but because I thought that's the only time I ever heard the word spaghetti, not spaghetti. So I did it. And then I changed my profile, changed everything. Started learning about how to make intros, and slowly by slowly I made my own narrations, even though the first one was more robotic because, oh my god.
All of our first ones were robotic, dude.
Yeah. And I also decided to change my voice to more adult voice, like 15,000% to mature voice, because I thought maybe with my younger voice, even though right now I'm thinking to myself it's not going to be a good voice for the narration, so I decided to make myself different in my voice. Like what you're hearing right now, that's my actual voice. What I'm doing on my narrations, that's still me, but using Audacity and changed a little.
Yeah, you've upped your octaves and stuff. Excuse me. No,
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I get that. I never played with my voice. I never even thought about changing it, because to me it was just like, this is my voice. You're going to deal with it. Either you like it or you don't like it.
Yeah, I do understand that. So maybe in the future, when I'll be much older enough, maybe I will do narrations with my regular voice.
Yeah, because you'll, I don't know about voices, but I know that you're not completely done maturing until you're 25.
I hope maybe when I'll be more older, my voice will be different, so I'll be fine. We'll go with my normal voice and then do it.
Yeah, Raven said that, but I think he would do fine with if he went with his normal voice. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing with narration is you want different. You want to sound different. You don't want to sound sameys, because if you sound sameys, then why are they coming to you? That's how I think of it, anyways.
Well, have you heard me? I sound awful and people like my stuff. I mean, I do hear your voice, and I do like it as well, and I hear your voice and I like it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I get that I'm not saying that I'm not comfortable with my voice. I love my voice. I am happy with my voice, but because of the narrations, because I want my voice to sound more for the narrations, I thought maybe to learn to make it different for him. So I did it different, because I felt maybe in the narration would be much better. But I am accepting my voice, and I do really hope that in the future I will narrate without deep voicing myself, without this kind of stuff. Maybe I will, maybe I not, I don't know. But in the meantime, I think the deep voice for me there, it's perfectly fine for me, and yeah.
Oh, and see, Raven, I mean, have you heard me? I sound awful, and people like my stuff. And no, Raven doesn't have an awful voice at all.
I do. I agree. I agree with you.
And with me, I think I personally have an awful voice, but everyone else disagrees. So that was another
Yeah. So
other reason
like,
I started doing this.
honestly, man, do what you want to do with your channel. If you're happy, then keep at it. Well, but I'm still appreciate the fact that you think that it will be fine with me do my normal voice. Again, maybe I will. I hope so.
Yeah, it's really up to however you feel, whatever you're comfortable with, right? The voice that we literally hear when we talk through ourselves is not the voice that actually comes out, and that's why so many people hate their voices, because some people are worse. Mine's really bad. My voice to me is a lot deeper, and it's very high pitched comparatively. So it's taken me a long time to come to grips that the voice that you guys hear compared to what I hear is so completely different. And I've started getting to the point where I actually don't mind my voice. I'm not to the point where I like my voice yet, but I'm getting to the point where I don't hate it anymore. Which, again, part of the reason I'm doing this. I don't do anything for one reason.
I mean, again, I think your voice is great. I think everyone's voice, for what I've heard, are great. And again, I very appreciate the fact that my people voice is unique as well, and that makes me happy. Again, I think all of you sound great, and definitely.
Yeah, no, it's all a learning experience. I've talked to people who went like, yeah, I don't hear a difference when I hear my voice out loud. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's so different. But it's all about how apparently your voice bounces off of your bones, and that's how you hear it through yourself. But of course, that's not how it comes out of your mouth. It's through vocal cords, so it's completely different. Human bodies are weird.
Wait. The voice I hear is amazing, but it sounds like garble coming out.
Yeah, I never heard Derringer's voice to my knowledge.
I learned that if I can hear myself, I speak higher pitched. Again, all of you sound great. Lots of deep, evil voices, narrations out there. Raven, CreepsSpaghett, and 42, and out there change it up. It's nice to hear that. Like, I actually like my voice deeper when it comes to evil voices.
Yes.
For example, me and Raven and Pumpkin Queen, for example, did Mr. Wildmouth narration. So I took the villain, like I took Mr. Wildmouth.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me several times to make it right, like to make it more evilness or at the very least something good. And when I hear myself speaking like evil or devilish or demonic shit with it, I'm like, wow. My parents brought me to this world to be that thing. Okay, I'm out of here. I'm the devil or some shit. I'm out of here.
I actually did Mr. Widemouth with Silver Threads because he did it as his Patreon pick. He picked Mr. Widemouth. He had to have done the creepiest goddamn voice I have ever heard. He didn't deepen it. He went a little more high pitch with it and a little crazier with it. And I don't know if I could ever hear someone else do Mr. Widemouth and not go, I'm sorry, Silver did it better. He's like,
no, it's fine.
On point, man. Like, I couldn't believe how good it was.
I will definitely try. I'm gonna try to listen to that voice, and not gonna lie, I will definitely be scared of it too. I mean, every voice is a mix, like demonic voices, like Mr. White Mouth or Jeff or every
God, yeah.
scary character, like definitely has the good voice, even if it's deeper or high pitched. Like
I've done some creepy kid ones. Kid voices I'm pretty good at. I cheat because I'm a girl. It's easier for women to do kid voices because I mean kids have higher pitched voices, right? So, but I've done some creepy kid ones, and I'm like, oh boy, I wouldn't want to meet that character in a dark alley anytime soon.
Like I've done one narration with my good friend Dragon Animations, and she was the character of the wife of the protagonist, and when she giggled or made the sentences, I was like, okay, fuck me, I'm out of this house, I'm out of the attic, I'm out of nowhere, I'm down, I'm dead. Like her voice is honestly one of the best voices of horror characters I ever heard. Like, I can't make that type of voice. Like, sure, maybe evil, spooky shit, yes, but women, like scary women. if I can recommend someone, it's definitely her because her voice is holy shit when it comes to, like, definitely I've heard many voices like Pumpkin Queen, you, like many. But when it comes to scary wife, that's definitely her.
Come play with us. That's what goes through my head. Whenever I hear creepy women, I'm always like, come play with us. Oh god.
Oh my god, you're from The Shining? Oh shit, I'm terrified.
See ya. You have fun. Yeah, that's the quintessential creepy children to me, is those twins.
Have you ever tried doing an evil laugh though? Creepy laughter.
Yeah, I have a couple of times. So everyone calls me 42, but the funny thing is 42 is a character of her own. I am 242, and there's a character 2. 42 is the darker evil side of me, so she's got some quirks about her, and she's got a darker laugh. And so it's funny when people call me 42. I'm like, I guess everyone likes my dark side? I don't know.
I try to make my own creepy laugh, but let's just say I'm not good with laugh. Like, sure, make me laugh, it will work, but making myself laugh for a scary laugh, yeah, that would take some time to do it. But there were actually times where I had this psychotic laugh in front of my friends, and they were like, the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, in front of class, like, there were times I listened to some scary stories or hearing the laughing, so I tried to mimic it or make my own interpretation of the laugh, and they saw me, and they were like, Dale, you doing good? Yeah, they or some occasions where I'm like just laughing because some stuff were making me laugh, or just some out of nowhere laughs that were actually scary. That even scared me off inside, and I was like, I think, what the fuck are you doing to yourself? Why are you fucking laughing like this?
Why are you laughing like that? Boo! Stop!
Yeah, so like, I thought that, like, if you've seen the Joker movie, so something like that out of nowhere, just like that.
Yeah, I did one for a story where I was it was a detective going to a town, and there had to be like this creepy laugh in the background, and I just let myself laugh and see what came out, and it was pretty creepy. I was like, I used to laugh at like that when I wanted to creep people out. I guess I did. It's weird that that's in my repertoire, and I've had that since I was a teenager. I think I should be concerned about myself right now.
I'm concerned about myself and a lot of people than myself still, though. But like seriously, there are times I'm completely terrified of myself.
Just like, if I could walk away from myself right now, I would. But sadly, I'm attached to this flesh unit that scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, but like when it comes to deeper voices or demonic or scary voices that are deep, that I find where I find myself more special with this, because hearing this creepy voice by me, that makes me feel more like happy about myself doing this type of thing, because I imagine there will be a collab where there's this type of monster that needs a deep voice. I'll be like, yeah, I'll definitely do it. And definitely I will try to maybe make it more also echoed a little, but also more something that it's out of nowhere.
Well, and the nice thing about creepy voices, if you start with a good bass, you can add echo and deepen it a little bit. But I mean, if you did a high pitched, like whiny voice, like it's not going to have the same impact. So you do have to have a good bass. Even if you can't get your voice just the right deepness for what you want, as long as you can get as close as you can, you got the pronunciation you want. Luckily, with the technology we have nowadays, you can edit it to the point where it's like, that's what I've been pictured, and there it is. That's like a deep, ominous voice that just kind of makes you want to run. I gotta learn more about Audacity and how to do stuff like that, because I wanna be able to like make it so you can tell when someone's speaking to when someone's thinking. And there's I think I just need to add a little bit of echo to it, might help, and I just gotta figure out exactly what I need, because I don't even know what to add. Apparently Rando has lunch on the way. Woo! 'Cause he's at work. That poor guy has to work. And the room fell quiet.
I already ate, but I feel more hungry again.
I'm actually going to have to call the stream pretty quick here. I feel very, very tired. I got my second shot, and I'm now starting to feel like someone just drained me of all my energy.
Well, no worry, it's completely fine. I totally understand.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it. YouTube and my real life are two completely different things in my head until they collide with each other. I'm like, right, I am getting my second shot. I probably should have skipped this coffee stream entirely.
I mean, we had like an hour or so of call, but it's completely fine, and I'm not worried.
Yeah, it's not like I was like, 15 minutes in, see ya. No, and then it's only like a few minutes ago it started really affecting me. I'm like, okay, I need to sleep, because if I kick this in the butt today, then I can record tomorrow. Or, yeah, because I gotta record tomorrow. And then I'm going to do a live stream as well. So.
Yeah, again, I mean, it's no problem. I completely, totally understand that. And maybe someday or another we can call again, do it again. And,
yeah, yeah, completely. Like, I'm booking all the way to September now. August is full.
So yeah,
but August also lost a day. I'm not doing anything for the 28th of August at all. So that's my my wedding anniversary. So me and my husband are going to do something together.
Aww, that's so sweet.
Because we couldn't do anything for our last anniversary, and it was a big one. So we're going to do it for this one. I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to do something.
Maybe visit special place for you that you two went together, or at least maybe the place you two met.
We'd have to go to Florida. I'm not going to Florida. No, we're thinking about the hot springs near here. Going to them, because I've always wanted to go to a hot springs, and he really likes hot springs. So we have one, like, I think it's a 2 or 3 hour drive from here. So I think that's what we're gonna do. So
I mean, as long as you have fun, that's all that matters.
Exactly, and relaxation wouldn't be bad. But yeah, so that was my plan, I'm gonna try to pump out more content, like get more stuff done, so that I can take that weekend off completely and not have to worry about recording or anything. But that involves me cracking down on myself for the next little while.
We'll have to go to Florida. Well, that's off the table.
1, it's Florida. 2, that's very expensive. 3, it's Florida. and 4, if I was gonna go anywhere, it'd be Louisiana.
If I was in America, I would probably go to New Jersey or to Pennsylvania because I want to go to spooky shit, not to.
Louisiana actually has lots and lots and lots of ghost stuff there.
Oh yeah, the Lorori house, I heard.
Yeah, and they're because of how low they are, their cemeteries are different than what you expect. Yeah, they have above ground ones, so you don't. So I need to go to Florida. I love the heat. Oh, Rando, it's Florida. Stay in Georgia.
I never would have expected anyone to say I want to go to New Jersey.
Yeah, everyone wants to go to New York, not New Jersey. Wouldn't mind going to New York. There's a lot of history there too. Like, I like history and learning about things. And it's so funny because I was talking to my husband about wanting to go to Montreal, and he's like, I don't want to go to Montreal. I'm like, I would love to see the old buildings. It's like, I lived in Louisiana. I saw enough old buildings. I'm like, yeah, well, I've lived on the West my whole life. I don't have old buildings. Y'all didn't come out of here until really late.
Like, I was more fascinated with Montreal and the Toronto, Canada, because of the whole don't fuck with cats documentary. After seeing that documentary, I've been like interested in the story of Luca Rocco Magnotta. So I've checked the locations.
Yeah, I would like to just go to Montreal because I know also, if you ever go to Montreal, don't drive, take a cab. They've got some really weird rules that the rest of Canada doesn't have, in Quebec specifically. Like, in Canada, you can turn right, but you can't do it in Montreal on a red light. But the rest of Canada...
So in Montreal, to only take a cab.
Yeah, get someone else to drive you. Again, there's that rule where you can't turn left on a red, or you can't turn right on a red. And there's a few other I've heard of that I can't think of, but that's the big one. And yeah, they say don't drive in Montreal if you're not from there. You will get into an accident.
Oh wow. Don't fuck with cats was a not so doc. Definitely.
Of course, King of Canadian Hill would know that. I've never seen it. Alright, so we're gonna call it... I should pick it up. I should look at it.
Yeah, but you also... Wait, have you seen the Night Stalker documentary?
No.
You should definitely check that one too, because that's one of the best documentaries ever made by Netflix.
I think I've seen it, but I'm very picky about my documentaries. Like, they have to be funny. That's the problem.
But... Oh, so wait, funny? So you've seen maybe Tiger King?
No. I won't watch Tiger King.
You haven't?
I won't watch
You haven't seen Tiger?
No.
You haven't?
No. I would get angry watching that. Very angry. Very quickly.
Oh, so you don't like those talking about like Joe Exotic or this type of bullshit?
I know approximately what happened there, but I don't know what the documentary has, and I won't watch it because, yeah, no. The Bundy tapes is crazy good though too. I would actually Ted Bundy I'd watch, mostly because I personally think we've idolized that bastard too much, but he was one of the first serial killers that we really caught, and he has given us a lot of information on why a lot of serial killers do what they do. Him specifically was killing his ex-girlfriend over and over again. That's why they had that certain look about them. They looked exactly like his ex-girlfriend.
Honestly, after seeing that documentary about Ted Bundy, I've seen the one about Richard Ramirez. The Night Stalker one I told you right now a few minutes ago.
Oh.
That more details about the Night Stalker story, and it also tells me more about Richard as a whole, and also especially on YouTube, there's a Netflix video talking about Richard Ramirez as a whole. So it tells about him being a fan of Ted Bundy and some shit.
I'm trying to remember who the Night Stalker is. Was he the one that was on TV? Was that him?
Yeah, Richard Ramirez.
Yeah, he was on the dating game, wasn't he?
Oh no, that's not him. That's someone else I remember.
Okay, there was one like that. There was also the guy who was a cop, and they only caught him recently. Is that the one we're talking about? He was an cop. Hold on. I'll know as soon as I see him.
The dating game one is called Rodney Alcala.
He was. Yeah, he never went. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he was also. He was also called the Son of Sam. Was that this guy?
Yeah, I know. I've heard about Son of Sam. Wait, what is naming?
Night Stalker, the Walking Killer, the Valley Intruder.
Yeah, that's Richard. Richard Ramirez. Yes.
Yeah, he was caught apparently in LA. Okay, I don't actually know much about him. Weirdly enough.
Wait. These dogs are not good, but to watch them is fascinating. Like the Ted Bundy one and the Night Stalker one, I think they're good, but also fascinating. But if they're not good for you, that's definitely totally fine.
Oh yeah, some people can't handle all that. I find Ted Bundy fascinating because, he was very handsome, a very good-looking guy, he was not what anyone ever expected, someone like that to be. So he broke the mold, and of course, because he was idolized like he was, it led to problems.
Like that's one thing for sure. Like that 10 bodies are proof that every person, even your good-looking neighbor or your best friend, can be an individual, because not every serial killer that we always seen are more like a monster. They're not look like a monster. They're not ugly, disgusting.
Truth be told, more of they wouldn't be able to get victims. That's the biggest problem. They'd have a lot harder time getting victims if they looked like monsters.
Yeah, like again, as you said, Ted Bundy was good looking. We always seen how he looked like, and he looks like a complete normal guy.
Yep.
But the more you see about him, the more we see what we hear about what he did. That would be like, are you sure we're talking about the right guy? Because
he doesn't look like that. He looks like a normal guy across the street. He looks like the guy I would help with if his car broke down.
Yeah, but definitely, he is one of the reasons I've decided to learn more about serial killers, and he was like, never gonna trust my friends again. Then if I hear that one of them is a serial killer.
Truth be told, they won't kill your friends. Most serial killers will not kill people close to them, because that's too easy to track back to you.
Yeah,
unless you are the first person they kill.
Yeah, because also one of the things that we learned is that most of the killers that we also learned are mostly related to the victim or family member or something.
That's normal killers. That's not serial killers. And but serial killers do not normally go after their own family members, because unless they're there's two different kinds. There's the and they kind of mix too. There's the organized and disorganized kind, and that also leads to different things. But yeah, anyone you know could be a serial killer. Sadly. Yeah. They could be killers for all you know. So.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, and a lot of the significant others did not know that was what their significant other was doing. They hid it pretty well. A lot of them are family men who have kids or family women who have kids. We don't see many serial killing women. There have been, but I'm almost wondering if that's only because they get away with it a lot better.
Well, to say the least, one of the killers I actually heard about is Carla Hamolka from Canada, yeah. Like, I did hear about...
There was the hitchhiking killer. I don't know if she was Canadian, but she, any man that picked her up, she didn't kill every single one, but she killed quite a few, and she'd always say that they made advances on her, and they knew for a couple of them they never would have. So she was lying. But yeah, there was people who picked her up and lived to tell the tale, and there's people who picked her up and died. She wasn't very consistent with her killing. And I read or heard a story about her coming into a gas station asking for a ride somewhere, and this boy was going to give her a ride, but he only had a learner's, and the one guy was like, no, he's not driving you, no, go away. And it was her, and she could have killed him. Most likely not, because she would have left an eyewitness to her being picked up by this guy. But she's a piece of work. We'll never know fully about her because she's dead now. They killed her. So I'm thinking she was in the States, because I think she was executed. And she was, yeah. But there have been a few women, but more men than women. I think for every one woman, you're looking at 5 males.
Like, in Israel, we don't have this type of famous killers. Like, we kind of do, but the most famous of all is the murderer of our Prime Minister, Yitzhak Rabin. Yeah, but most famous serial killers, we don't really have those type of things. Like, we have famous bad people, yes, but not really serial killers. More like, we actually do have a cult leader. He got arrested.
Good.
But I find more fascinating about the worldwide killers, like Jack the Ripper, Ted Bundy, Richard Ramirez, or any type of killer that has some interest in it. And also I love the unsolved mysteries, like the Hintaka effect, or the Villisca axe murders, or the murder of the X-Men of New Orleans.
Yeah, that one was weird. They don't even know if the guy who sent the letter was the same guy that axe murdered people. And he used their own axes. He didn't bring them. He used the axes in their house.
I've seen there's a series called American Horror Stories. Like, I know it's a good famous TV series, and I know there's one about the X-Men murder, so I maybe thought to check it out.
There's probably an episode with him in it, probably, because they did go to Louisiana for one season, and they definitely recorded in the French Quarter. Because there's a couple buildings there that are very unique to the French Quarter, and they definitely had to use them. Because people came back to life. It was a weird season. I watched some of it. You can watch any season. You don't have to watch it in order, as long as you watch the season from the beginning, because each season is its own story.
Universe?
It's its own story. It's self-contained. So if you watch season 1, you're fine. If you watch season 5, you're fine. So they'll tell you as long as you start at episode 1 and end at the end of the episode, you get the whole story. It's the same actors and actresses in them, but they play different roles.
I see. I'll definitely check it out.
It's pretty cool. I watched a bit of it. BuzzFeed Unsolved and Bedtime Stories I watch on the reg, and they cover so many of these stories. Anyways, we should call it here so I can go get some news.
But again, it was a terrific time to be here, and it was great to see any of you here again.
Everyone here We got lots of old faces. No new ones that I recognize. No new ones really, but that's fine. It's always good to have people here.
Yeah, and I hope in the future, maybe in September, I'll be here again.
Maybe. I am bringing back people I've had on now, so that's very possible. We can figure out a date if you want.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. I hope you guys have a good day.
You too.
Bye everyone.
Bye.